fun. Hello, sketchbook heroes and sketchbook warriors here. We're going to be doing some figure drawing tonight. We've got quite a bit of stuff. Let's see. Let's just jump in. I'm going to, before we actually get into our practice, this is what we do, practice. Let me share my screen. We're going to go to a line of art. Line of art. We're going to jump into line of art. Line of action. I apologize. Line of action. And we're going to go into the practice tools here. So we're going to go to line of action. And we're going to be drawing all models. And we're going to be actually only covered models, and we're doing all genders, and then we're doing ages, all ages. That's fine. It's all this class mode. We're going to class mode, and we're going for 30 minutes. All right, so that's quite a long time. I'm going to probably just show the first few. Is it easy? Just sketch me. I don't know. That's a good. I think that's the website. Anyways, here we go. Let's do this. Show suggestions. Let's get drawing. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's our first model. They go for 30. Let me pause this. Ooh, where's my pause? Oh, there's my pause. All right, cool. If you want to draw this, these all drawings are 30 seconds each. But what I want you to focus on, and what I need you to, there's different ways of drawing. We talked about this earlier, so I'll mention it again. You have gesture drawing, which you're just trying to get the gesture, the movement of the drawing. That you can focus on that. So you need to think about what you're going to be focusing on. That's a good focus. Don't worry about proportions. Don't worry about anything. Try to see how the model flows. For me, this kind of flows out into the hands, so you can kind of see the flow of line and just focus on flow, right? The next step would be stick figures, which is what we're doing tonight. I'm going to show you how to do stick figures and what you should be focusing on for stick figures. Kind of like these figures here, exactly like these figures. Actually, you should be focusing on the torso, the pelvis, and where the knees are, the joints. So that's what we're going to be kind of talking about tonight. Stick figures tonight. So that's kind of like the theme for tonight. And then you have shape figures, noticing shapes, and then you have also block or form, understanding form and block, and that's that would probably be in that order, the last thing to do. So stick figures, what do we look for? We look for the torso. And I don't even know this picture was going to be here, but there is a slight angle on this torso. Look at that. And this is the line as far as stick figures, what we're looking for. We're looking for this, okay? And eventually, I think there's going to be a computer-aided drawing where you just draw your stick figure and the computer will, I've seen it, actually, I've seen this, will actually create the model for you in any form and any, so yeah, AI is coming. AI is coming. So here we go. Don't get scared. I know there's a lot of, and if you have questions about it, we can talk about it and put it in the chat, and it's great discussion. So there's the torso, and here's the pelvis area, kind of hidden by the towel, but there's a pelvis in there, that pelvis. And then you have the legs, right? The knee. Here's the knee. And you can kind of see the angle. There's an angle, it's behind the angle of the upper leg. And here's the upper leg too. So it'd be kind of like,
I don't know how other people, but I see viewing your screen.
Oh, you don't see? Okay, hold on. Let me see.
I don't know. Maybe it's my something set up.
I see your screen.
Do you see my?
Yeah.
Okay,
I was just a second ago.
Okay, hold on. Let me
Yeah, I see your screen, but yeah, I don't see what you're talking about.
Okay, hold on. I'll undo it. I'm sharing my screen. Am I sharing my screen?
Yeah, I was seeing your screen on big and then you in the small picture.
Okay.
So, okay. Oh, it's me, probably. Sorry. Now I see the figure. The woman sitting. Sorry.
It's okay. That's why we're here. We're here live because you never know. Things sometimes they don't go clear. I gotta turn that off. So here we go. Let me go back. So we're looking at that. We're looking at the and I'm going slow, and we'll pick up the speed, especially when we start practicing right now, the 30-second drawings. So if you want to go ahead and take your pace or draw or sketch while I'm talking, that's fine too. You got to find what level you're at, right? What pace you're at. So here we go. Let's not share again. Okay, I'm looking for my tools now. Where are my tools at? I lost it. Oh, no. I just had my tools. Okay. Let me see. Where are my drawing tools? That's weird. Annotation tools. Okay, let me see. Let me make my screen a little bigger. Annotation tools. That's bizarre. Where are my tools at? Apps, reactions, security. All right, let me end this. Oh no, not end the meeting. Let me just cancel that. Let me stop sharing. Oh, sharing my screen. Well, that's weird. Oh, maybe I wasn't sharing. What's going on? There's my
Oh,
annotation.
it's fine. Yeah.
Whew. All right. Sorry about that. My annotation tools. I guess I stopped sharing for some reason. Okay, here we go. All right, so that's it. So you want to draw this. This will be up. I'll have it at this size. I'll draw small, and then we'll get going. So again, focus on and if you want to get that drawing in there, let me do it really quick. I'll do an example. Actually, I'll draw really big. I'll draw this. So actually, yeah, there we go. Let me zoom in. So I'm going to do this one a little slow. So I'm just focusing on the, you see here I see the torso. This is the torso, or this is the clavicle line. Really, it's really the clavicle line, because the torso is underneath that, and the torso is a good shape to see if you want to see that torso shape. But we're just looking at the arms. You can see the arms coming down and the angle of the arms. And we're doing our stick figure. It's really just a stick figure. If you want to do a shape figure and see the shapes, you can do the shapes. And then the pelvis. The pelvis is here, and this is the top of the pelvis. If you want to get the shape of the pelvis, that would be good too. That's about as wide as above. So that you have the shape of the pelvis. Where's my screen? Am I upside down? There we go. There we go. And then the head would be up here. The head. And the head would be a shape. There we go. You can see the head shape. So there's my head shape, the top of my torso, top of my pelvis, and then the legs kind of coming in here. And then I'm going to zoom. I'm going to actually stop sharing, so you can see what I've got and how quickly I kind of just did that. And then we'll do them all. All right. So let's stop sharing. There we go. You can see mine here now. Let me zoom out a little bit. There it is. Okay. So that's it. You know, I got my top of my torso, the head, the distance, the torso still, the pelvis here, the pelvis. Upper leg, I really didn't get the upper leg. Upper leg's in here, and the lower leg is there, and then this leg is this way. And this is all you have time for, really, when you're doing the 30 seconds. When you're doing shapes, you can see the shape of the hand. Try to get the big shape of the hand, because you don't even have that much time either. And just getting the proportions. We'll talk about proportions today, where kind of things go, anatomical middle, and then you know, the spacing or the placement of the head to the body. That's important. All right, so let's do this. Just worry about these lines, these areas, these kind of points, the joints, where the joints are, the knees, the elbows, and see where they are in relation to each other too. That's also important. I mean, probably even further in as I'm looking.
Mario, I didn't
Yes.
notice that there was a tilt in the shoulders.
Yeah,
I
there's a
didn't
slight tilt,
notice that. I drew it straight across.
which is fine. Sometimes
Well, it's not fine because it's wrong.
no, it's not wrong. It's what you focus on. It really is what you're focusing on. Same thing with when you're doing your gesture drawing. When you're doing your gesture drawing, you're just focusing on the gesture, right? The movement and the flow. When you're drawing a stick figure, then you're focusing on different things, and you'll get it to the next time. It's okay. You know, so it's not accurate. It's really hard to be 100% accurate every time. So you want to shoot for accuracy, and you're not going to be. You can always find what's wrong in anything in life, but you got to focus on what's right and focus on doing good and improving. That's what we need to.
I mean, I like the drawing that I did, but it's, you know,
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, but I'd like to be able to observe correct, you know, what's really there, and not
Yeah.
what.
Well, that'll be your focus. That'll be your focus. That'll be your focus tonight. All right, so let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this. And you'll see what I do, and then you'll see what I'm going to just focus on stick figures. I usually get. I might throw some shapes in there, but we'll see. All right, let's share my screen again. Let's get back, and here we go. I think is this my full screen? All right, cool. Let's there we go. Let's do this. I already did that one, so let's play on your marks. Get set, go. There we go. All right, let's finish that one. You got 20 seconds on that one. So these are all 30 seconds each. See how much I can get in 30 seconds. Yeah.
Did you change the image or is it the same one?
It's the same image. It's the
Okay.
same image. It's going around. It's you got 5 seconds for it though. 2 seconds. There it is. There's a new one.
Ah, the new
The
one.
shape of the head. Here. Oh, now this one's. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. Maybe I should pause and talk about this one. Here we go. Let's pause. I'm gonna pause that one because it's a side view. And so on this, what's going on is here, let me let's see what's in the chat. I'm off to pottery. All right. Lucky you. I love the hands-on stuff. All right, we'll see you Thursday. Let's see, annotate. Here we go. So on this one, the angles. This one is the torso line or the clavicle line is up here, right? And then the torso is down here. This is the torso, and you can see this is a torso shape. If you want to get the shape kind of coming forward. And then you've got the pelvis line, which is the thing is it's just sideways. It's a profile. So you're really going to get almost a line. The pelvis is here, and the pelvis is kind of like, I would even say, kind of tilting forward that way at that angle. And then you have your femur, your upper leg, and then the lower leg. And this is where the weight is here. There's a slight angle on that. And then you've got this back leg there. The thing is to just draw. All right. So this don't let these side ones confuse you. All right, cool. Let's keep going. Let's see. Stop. Clear all drawings. There we go. And mouse again. There we go. That's it. That's it. I just wanted to point that out. And you'll notice that actually these lines, the torso and the will go into perspective. We'll talk about that as well. Three seconds.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
The torso on that one is look at the tilt on it. The pelvis is a little straight. Yeah, I don't know. You don't know what you're gonna get. Surprise. It's Magic Mike. Two seconds. There we go.
Oh my.
Yeah, sometimes you can draw an oval for the head and then see that there's a little bit of overlap. You can get that overlap of the clavicle line, the torso, pelvis, and then just the arm angles. There we go. Oh, baby. The head shape. This is really hard to see. You can get shapes in there. Mhm, 6 seconds. I'm already ready for the next. There we go.
Oh.
Very similar to that other one. And get that leg bending back. A little triangle for the foot, another triangle for the other foot. Arm on top. There you go. Ooh, look at that one. All right. So, angles. Wow. Hey, we did this one. We had this one. I didn't like it then. I'm not crazy about it now. It's all right, actually. It's not that bad. There's a nice angle. Arms. Actually, it's not bad. Oh. That's 5 seconds. Well, that one's a nice one. This one's a minute. This one's 1 minute long. So we're going to have a little more time on this one. Look at the angles. So here I probably get into more shape. The legs are going forward, so getting a little bit of foreshortening in perspective there on the legs. There you go. The next one. We go into more shape on these, I think, since there's a little more time. Torso's going forward. All right, 3 more of these. And then I'll stop and we'll talk about proportions and stuff. And we'll continue. Speaking of proportions, make this a little smaller. All right, that's it. All right, one more. I think we're going to skip this one. We did this one. I remember. All right, let's skip. All right, there we go.
Was facing the other way, the girl.
Oh, was she last time? Did they flip it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I remember doing that one. Go smaller with this one. All right, 4 seconds. Oh, that's a good one. Three seconds. All right. This one's 5 minutes. All right, let's pause this one. Actually, well, you can draw it at your own pace. I'm gonna block, I'm gonna put lines on it to show you what to look for. So all right. The pelvis on this one is I would probably say, wow, what was that? Somewhere on there. Let's get our straight edge. Wrong tool. Yeah, so I'll just talk over these. This is 5 minutes. I should draw. You can see that's the top of the pelvis right in there. It's right in here. And then the torso or the clavicle line is like right up here. I would probably even say at that angle. And hopefully we can find one where you can see perspective. The rib cage, if I were doing shapes, I would see this shape here. Oh, this whole rib cage as a shape. That's solid. That really doesn't move. What turns and twists is the abdomen and all that. So this would be that in there, and then you'd have that spine line that kind of comes back behind. The pelvis shape, you can see the bone right here, that bone there, down to here. Now here right at the bottom this is the anatomical middle. When it comes to perspective, to proportions, when it comes to proportions, this is the middle. This will look different depending on, like this one's really bending, but if they're standing, it's easier to see. And it's also because it helps you to get the length of the legs. This whole length of this leg is the same length as because this is the middle, as up here to the top of the head. So if we get that, and let's see if I wish I can just flip it around, but it should be from the top of the head to here, but this is not a good model. All right, let's see. Here we go. I would probably say from there. Notice that angle. And you can see the shapes. Probably, let's get rid of all these lines so you can continue your drawing. And then I'll do mine. The last 2 minutes. All right, I'll do one for 2 minutes. See what mine looks like. All right, there we go. Oh, I should use colors. We do have colors. Let's go with orange. I'll do orange for my lines, my blocking in. It's actually a mango. There's 2 different angles for the legs. Stick figure. I'm going to draw on top of my stick figure. Let me zoom out. That's my stick figure. Then I can draw on top of it. I can draw my shapes on top of the stick figure. I can get into the hands. If I had more time. We got 1 minute. Let's see. Go back. See what the next model looks like. Next pose. "17 seconds. "2 seconds. There you go. Oh, I'm gonna skip this one. Let me see. It's not letting me skip. Oh, I know why. We're gonna skip this one. There you go. That one. That's a good one. 5 minutes. 5 minutes on this one. Another one for 5 minutes. It says one more. We'll see. That's it. This is really interesting. I'm gonna go a little more detail on this one. Here's my head. Here's my upper torso. It's the back. 5 minutes on this one. Let me. There we go. Get rid of that. A little bend on that upper body. Arm. Oh, that would be good. I'm gonna see if I can find a blue one real quick. The weight is mostly on the right foot. Anatomic middle. Oh, this is definitely, see the anatomic middle. Here, let me show that one. So from here, my lines. I would probably say that's the anatomic middle. I get the line from here to here and then move that up. Bam. You can see right there. Look at that. He's probably a little bit taller than an anatomic middle. Let me stretch that up a little bit. Oops. Hey, where are you going? Right there. The top of his head. Go down. Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, he's top heavy. His top is bigger than his bottom from the anatomic middle. It could be perspective, but it's really close. You can see that. All right, cool. Or maybe even that cloth that he has on him. All right, I'm gonna use a different color on top of my stick figure. How much time we got? 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh, good. This is good. I'm going to go with blue on top of my stick figure. Oh, I wish I had my iPad. Then I can do it in layers. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I'm gonna have to get a new iPad. Those who don't know, my iPad went missing. Not missing, they took it. Somebody took it. It's all good. It is what it was. Oh yeah, because you'd be able to see what I'm doing with his hand. It's all good. Yeah, that would be a great idea. Do it in layers. All right, well. Really depends on what you're focusing on. All right, 1 minute. All right, I think we'll see what the next drawing is. This might be the last one, or the next one might be the last one. We'll see. We'll get into proportions, talk about proportions, and then move on. 5:47 in this rainy March 14th, 2023. Very rainy season. Most rain we've had in a while. Awesome battle axe. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Let me draw that out. Oh, I missed it. All right. I think we'll skip this one. Yeah. Let's see what's next. Oh, actually, let's go back. Can we go back? Oh no. There we go. We're gonna stop. I can if you want to spend. Oh no, cancel. I don't want to exit because I can go back and forth, which is really good. So we can take a look at these if we need to. All right, I'm going to share mine, and then we'll talk about proportions. And then if we need to go back to these, if you want to go back to these, I can go back to these since I'm not going to close out of this like we have in the past. So let me stop sharing for a second, and I can start sharing the drawings and see how you did. All right, let's start from the beginning. Let's go back. All right, here we go. All right. So, wow, we got quite a few papers here. So these are the early ones. These were 30 seconds, right? These are the 30-second ones. Let me zoom in. All right, you can see me getting the torso, that clavicle, different shape, the angles. Like here, this one went forward. I think this is the first. Yeah, this is the first page. First page, so you can kind of compare and see if you can recognize your drawings to the ones that I use. Here's the baby. You can see the baby the way I did the baby. And this is just 30 seconds. These are all just 30 seconds. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at them because I've done a lot of these. My anatomic middle looks like it's a little high there, but I'm just looking at it now. The torso could have been, well, I don't know. I'm just trying to see where it would make more sense as we do anatomy, and we talk about actually proportions next. There we go. You can see my axe man. Let me see which other ones I got. This one. Oh, here you can see the yellow, which I did as my stick figure, and then I did the outline. It was more like an outline of shapes, or almost a silhouette on that one. I don't know if anybody else would like to share, or we can share afterwards also. I'm just sharing what I've got. See if you can recognize them in your drawings. The one that was the incline figure, which I did over this figure, and then that figure. I'm just going back. You can see the angles of the arms, the pelvis. These are just things really quickly. I think these were 1 minute. And here's well, actually, this is the first one. That's it. All right. Let's look at proportions. And for those who are just getting here, let's review this again. This is what we're looking at. We're kind of focused drawing for today, stick figures. And these are good stick figures. So you're looking at that clavicle line. Look at that angle. Look at the torso, the torso, and then the pelvis. The pelvis actually, it would come down a little bit more, but they're just doing that one line. That one line of the pelvis as a line. And then they're noticing all the other shapes. All right, this is really good. This is from Fox Prints. I went to that website trying to find this picture again, but he's an artist, and he's got his portfolio there at Fox Prints. And you can see how this is last week's stuff. This is actually, I'm proud of these where I talked about the anatomical middle. Let's go into figure. I don't know if anybody wants me to show any of the pictures again. I think we're going to look at figure anatomy here. Let's see. Figure proportions. And I don't have it set up. Oh, here we go. Oh, and we're inside Bing, which I don't like. Not Bing. Here, let me see. Share my screen. All I did was a search for body proportions. This is a really good one right here. Okay, so a lot of times we use the head as a good unit for proportions, right? And this is actually a really nice little sketch here. All right, so here you have the anatomic middle, like I call it. Let's see, right click, copy image address. I'll put this in the chat if you want to take a look at that. I like that people are putting stuff in the chat. Awesome, Battle Axe. Let me see. Ready? Our website here coming down to 16 days to get some videos up for our drawing course, our beginner drawing course. It's forcing me to get this going. Here we go. There we go. Full screen. So we're using the head as a unit, and we use that to, you know, and when you memorize this, and this is actually probably be good to draw. So, you know, you want to draw this while I have it up. I will have it up for some time, getting the proportions of this, right? Let's see what their anatomic middle looks like here. So this is the anatomic middle right there. And if that's true, well, I got it right on the line, almost right there.
And should probably mention the 8-figure head height scale. That's meant for like the idealized human figure.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely ideal. Yeah, the different,
But
yeah.
I think in real life, most people are about like 7 to 7.5. So.
Right. Very true. So yeah, this is the idealized like superhero kind of figures. You know, that's that, and yeah. So yeah, your mileage will vary, but this is what you should be looking for in a figure. And we'll do that right now on our next drawing. We'll take a look at that and see how this unit stuff works. Usually like you have 3 heads here, 3 head widths on and these are just, again, these are our guides, and yes, 8 heads is like a superhero, a big person proportions. All right, here we go. Let me move this. You should be drawing these characters here, or this here. You can see that's not the middle. There we go. Yeah, the top is a little bit more. So yeah, probably the superhero kind of thing going. Huh. Well, and that's the thing. You have to kind of when it comes to the drawing, just use these as guides. Like here, our anatomic middle is lower. Even if I were to bring it up a bit, let's see how that would change. Right there, there's 1. That would be my 1. Actually, that's too high. 1 and 2. I'm forcing it. So yeah, a little bit higher. There it is. It's right there. And then breaking it into other parts. All right, so go ahead and draw that. Give you another minute on this, or if you need more time. I did put it in the chat. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can screenshot it, or you can actually pause it. Pause it. All right. Control Z. All right, so let's see how this works on our whatever drawing comes up next. Our picture comes up next. We're using this unit, the head, as a proportions. Let's go back to practice tools, and let's keep it going. I think I have it on. Did I have it on pause? Oh no, wait. Yeah. Oh, there's our next one. This is a 10-minute drawing, but I'm gonna go ahead. You can draw this, and I'll go over using the head as a unit. Actually, I can actually even use this shape to try to get the height and the width. So the ratio, the height and the width, as an oval. There it is. So you would get this and use your pencil or whatever instrument you have, and you can use that as a guide. So you would get your pencil and say, okay, here's, and you measure that as the head, and then here you can see the width. There's 1 head, 2 heads wide for the shoulders, and use that as a measurement for the other parts of the proportions. You can see the arm at a head's length, And even in here, the legs length, two heads right here. I would probably say 1 and then 2 right in there. This whole area in here. 2. All right. Yeah, we got 8 minutes on this one. And then sketch it out and then do a little more work on it. All right. Let me dig into this one. I'll dig into this. Happy kid. Thumbs up. Playing the game. Reminds me of one of my favorite quotes by I think Roosevelt. Somebody posted about the arena. Oh, it'd be crazy if I can get oh, I can do it on my other screen. Oh, no, I don't have anything. Oh yeah, I do over here. All right, the arena quote. I'll read that one out while you're drawing. Arena quote. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Yeah, Theodore Roosevelt, the arena speech. Let's see. There we go. Nope, not that one. Theodore Roosevelt. That's it. The man in the arena. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena or person, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. So at his place shall never be with those who cold and timid souls, who neither know victory nor defeat. Yeah, the people who are in the stands, sometimes they just, the Monday morning quarterback. Another quote, actually, I sent to my brother. Let's see, because that reminded me of the quote I sent to my brother, which is right here. Let me see, where is it at? There. And this one's by Eleanor Roosevelt. Wow, the Roosevelts were see, do what you feel in your heart to be true, to be right, or you'll be criticized anyways. Do what you feel what is right. Either way, you're going to be criticized. All right, 6 minutes. See how I do in 6 minutes. I'm going to do this one 6 minutes. I'm going to try to actually get as accurate as I can. Here's my head. Here's my shoulders. Yeah, everybody's a critic. Everybody's a critic. Just do what you feel is right and do your best. And that's what matters. The ratio of the body, I'm just blocking it in, blocking my hands in, putting the hands in like that, putting everything kind of knee down, the ball, feet right about there. Totally just blocked it in. All right, now let's go back and I think this is right. Let's get this going. It is about the practice. And then next, we'll look for some bones. You don't have to learn all the bones in the body. There's a lot of bones. And then next week, we'll do muscles. We'll go over muscles. And hopefully I'll have better, yeah, I should have better resources. Next week, we'll go over muscles. Got a pretty long thumb. He's really stretching it up. All right, 4 minutes. Yeah, definitely have more time than a stick figure here. Really start seeing the shapes. Even though you don't know the names of the muscles, you know, you can see them. You can study them. Knowing them will help. Knowing the shapes, knowing how they, you know, that really helps. And putting this puzzle together. Puzzle of a person. Maybe we can share out after this, and then we'll get into the the skeletal, and we'll call it a night. Call it a night. It's already going to be an hour. Actually, it is an hour. We got 2 minutes on this drawing. You want to focus on the last minute, just on the face. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Should focus on stick figures, proportions. You got to focus on the right thing, what's right for you anyways. There we go. Let's try to get some of that face in there, the nose. All right, cool. The eyes. And the rain is dropping. Yeah, it all depends on what you're studying. Because the stick figures should help you just getting things down and practicing. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you have to leave, that's fine. If not, we're going to continue for probably another hour or less. I don't know. We'll see. All right. 40 seconds, 42 seconds. Actually, that's pretty good. Let's see. Get some more detail in here. And don't worry about the detail. Really, when you're focusing on the big shapes, eventually you can get to detail. The thing you should be really focusing is on trying to see the big shapes, the big forms, almost abstractly. That's more important than the detail at this stage when you're first starting. The challenge is everybody wants to do the detail. Everybody wants to do the finished drawing. And I'm guilty of it too. I am very guilty of trying to do a polished drawing. But when you're first starting, there it is, class finished. Oh, congratulations. There it is. I wonder if they'll let me, let's see, click OK. Yeah, it stopped. We just lost it. All right, cool. Let's stop sharing. All right, let's see what you came up with. I've got mine right here. Let's see, this was like I don't even know how long, but that's what I got on mine. If anybody wants to share while I look for, yeah, because that drawing is gone, the actual finished one. And let's look for some, we're looking at skeletal body here, the skeleton study, skeleton. Let's study it. There it is, images. All right, let's do. Oh, we got a hand. All right. Okay. Ken, did you want to share? Oh, you've got okay. Oh, here we go. Hold on. There it is. All right, super cool. Thumbs up. Good. I can see your circles of the heads. Now, the thing with the units, they should all be the same size. Okay, so that's something to understand. But you're getting the placement. That's cool. Nice feel for it though. A nice character, and you're getting shapes in there too. That's great. All right, awesome. Thank you for sharing, Ken. Anybody else? Oh yeah, Yelena, let's see what you got. All right.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, I think this one. No,
X.
I don't see. Yeah, X-Men. And actually, it's not so many there.
All right. Ooh, there's the inclined one. The
But
baby.
it looks like it's okay.
Very nice.
The last one, I think it's no proportion with the legs.
That's okay. Yeah, the legs. Maybe the angles. I don't know. Yeah, the angle. I think
bigger,
the right.
Thank
Okay.
you. But it's fine.
Oh,
Thank
great. I'm glad. All right. Thank you for sharing. All right. Let's go with Josh. Josh, I don't know. Your video is just like going in and out.
Yeah,
Oh, I just lost you.
Oh.
Yeah, camera's not working.
All right, Josh, you have trouble with the camera. All right. Oh, there you go. Oh, there he is. All right.
Okay. Good.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Cool. Anybody else? All right. All right, cool. Let's go to our skeleton then. And see our shapes here. We'll draw the skeleton actually. Why don't we draw this skeleton? There's a front view and a side view here. So let me see. Let me copy this one. Copy image address and put it in the chat. Oh, actually, I'll do it both ways. I'll put the image address in the chat, and I will also, I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, I don't like Bing. I'll copy, this works better. Copy image and then put that in the chat. That's better. There we go. I learned that one. There we go. There's the image we're going to be using. And let me share my screen. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's get rid of this and put paste. Oh, no, copy. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Copy image address. Yeah, maybe I need to go to Google. Oh, there it is. That's better. All right, so there's 3 different views.
Missing some teeth there.
Yeah, he is missing some teeth. It's okay. And I don't even know how accurate this is, but it's pretty accurate. It looks pretty accurate. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's use, instead of an oval for this, I'm gonna use a square or rectangle.
Eladio, it doesn't, the legs look too short.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm thinking. The legs do look kind of short. Especially like here, you can see that I don't know what's going on with it down here. It's really maybe not a really great anatomy picture. Yeah, let's see. Should I try another one? Let me try Google again. I don't know. I don't have this prepared, so not a good teaching moment. Let's see. Skeleton. Oh, well, let's see. Let's see what comes up. Oh, look at those. Those are good. Ah, here you can see the different kinds. Gesture drawing, the block drawing. Those are all good. It's good to study other ones. Look at these muscles. Look at that. We'll do muscles next week. Here's a skeleton. This looks like one of the books that I have. And then here's the proportions. Ah, there's that one. That's a good one. That's got a pose. I really like, let me see, front view. Front view. Let me just type that in real quick. There we go. This one. This might be better. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, that's really interesting. One more. So let's go to images. There we go. See if I can. Here's another one. It's very similar to, yeah, this one's, wow. That's the ankle. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Copy image. It's similar to the other one, except that this one, the 3/4 view is a back view.
No front. No front view.
Oh, and there's no front view. You're right. So we're gonna have to skip that one. This one has them all. There we go.
Yeah, here it is. That's it.
That one has all of them. So just copy image. I'll put that one in the chat. Sorry. Or you can do it on your own pace. You have them. You have them. So you get to compare them. Here we go. Let's copy the image address. Image address. Copy image address. And this is good to show you that you can study on your own. You can do on your own. You don't have to, But this is what you should be studying. Now, there's a lot of bones here. When it comes to like the torso, it's funny. Seems out of proportion too. I'm looking at the torso. The torso looks bigger than it for some reason. Wow, that's interesting.
I actually noticed that too. If you take one of these and you start throwing muscles on top of them, though, it starts to look right. But like normally when you just look at a skeleton, you think the rib cage is a little too big.
Right. I mean, I think, but look at that rib cage and then look at this one. I think this one's a little more accurate as far as the rib cage. Look at the rib cage on this one; it's longer.
Yeah, it does look a little tall.
Skinny.
Yeah. Mileage of Mary. Mileage of Mary. Yeah, I'm not happy with the
We're all a little different, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Back and forth, but then we'll just use this one as a
You know what always amazes me? That the vertebrae are so big. They look, right? Don't they look big on a skeleton?
Yeah, well, they are.
And, I mean, because they don't feel like in your own body. They don't really.
Yeah, because you really only see these points. Really, these are the little the ones that are sticking out back here. If we can zoom in.
Bony landmarks.
Yeah, that's right. The landmarks. That's all you see.
No, at Minerva's drawing studio, Minerva Durham, she's amazing. When she demonstrates the skeleton, she can draw upside down and tell you every muscle, every bone. And she's just really, if you have a chance to go there, it's like really amazing. And you can go like one time or however many times you want. You don't have to sign up for any length of time.
Right.
But he's in New York. That's the place to go.
Awesome.
She has the best models and the best monitors. It's really great. So if you're ever in New York, even for a day, you could drop in at 91 Canal Street.
Great. All right. So when you're drawing this, let me break this down. I wouldn't worry when you're memorizing this stuff. I wouldn't worry about all the bones. I would worry about focus on the shape. Either way, on this shape. Don't worry about the bones. Worry about this shape here, that shape. This kind of shape here. There's the sternum here, because you can learn each of these rib. That's too much detail. All this here is solid. This torso is solid. It doesn't really move. And here's the joints. This is a ball and socket joint, which moves all the way around. I mean, this ball and socket joint kind of moves around like this. Here, this is kind of like a hinge joint where it kind of only goes back and forth, this hinge joint, right? That goes there. That's why it's important to find those markers in those places there. And then the pelvis as well. The pelvis is as a shape. This shape kind of like right there. And it's kind of like a butterfly. I mean, if you look at it, I'm gonna bring out my books.
Like a heart.
Like a heart, yeah, like a heart as well. Right. Right. It does come down like a heart. You're right. Right in there.
Eladio, I don't see what you're demonstrating.
Oh, you don't? Oh, interesting. Here I'm sharing my screen.
Okay, because so you're using those, you're not using the second
No,
image.
no, I'm using these lines here. It's
Oh.
blue, so it's probably a little harder to see. I'm gonna undo it. There we go. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw that. Let's draw that. Oh, yeah. Let's see the proportions in these shapes. Oh, I wonder. Huh, that'd be interesting. No, I wouldn't be able to see. There's the head. Bring that over. Here's the. Oh, I'll just do it in shapes. Yeah. So draw it at your own pace. Draw it your way. Wonder if I can. No, it doesn't allow me. I can just probably just do shapes here. There's the torso shape, or the ratios. Those are the ratios. Right across there. Then you have the pelvis. Right in there. And these are the solids. These are the solids. Learn to see the solids when you're practicing and drawing. And then we'll do something. We'll look for we'll look for a perspective actually in the next one. We'll look for perspective. We'll look for perspective. Bring that over. And that's what studying is. You're just really looking at it, looking at the shapes, drawing it, looking at the proportions, and trying to see this as a yeah. There we go. Let's go with the legs. Patella.
So, Windows and WordPress and
Nanny. There we go. Those are the ratios you should be looking for. The head, the body, I'm sorry, the head, the torso, and the pelvis. Then you've got the column right in there. And then when it shifts, I can't turn this. Wish I could turn this. Because sometimes you will get a slant. You'll get this to slant depending on where the weight is shifted. All this shifts. And it also shifts with perspective as well. So we'll take a look at these shifts in the next pictures. Actually, I'll take a look at them at the pictures that were submitted for this week. I kind of saw them really quick, but I didn't really arrange them or do anything. But we do have pictures that were submitted this week for today's class. So we'll study those actually. So we'll be looking at this here stick figure, and give you another minute or so before we move on.
That third drawing you have there has a little perspective to it.
Yeah, let's take a look. This third one, it is at an angle.
Yeah, you got the 3/4 view and the little tilt.
Yeah, there's a slight tilt. It's really slight though. I'm trying to see where the vanishing point would be. It's almost just all slightly tilted. I don't really get a vanishing point. If it is, it's really far.
It's off the page for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely off the page. And it would usually be, I would probably say, yeah. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, it's really definitely off the page. Because this is lower, so it would go up. This is higher, so it should be going down. But yeah, it's definitely really horizontal. All right, let's see if we can see it in some of these other pictures. We're going to look for those. Great observation. Let's see. Let's clear my pages and let's go to the pictures that were submitted. Thank you to those who submit pictures. There we go. To our meetup. There we go. Here's our pictures. Wow, look at those. Look at that action. Yeah, geez. Okay, so wow. Definitely can see. Let's see. Yeah, and the proportion, the perspective is not as important when you're first learning, but you would have perspective. Like this line here would go continue, and sometimes it's hard because these do turn around. These do move. But they would probably continue out there for perspective. So perspective is not as important because the body turns around and stuff. But you would be looking for them. Let's see, clear. All right, cool. This is really nice. So if you want to draw these, they are at our uploaded by Ellen. They are on our meetup. Notice the angles. I'm just going to point these out really quick. There's our torso, pelvis, upper arm, elbow, lower arm. When you're drawing the hands, I usually just draw the shape, that shape here. You can see this shape. I try to see the big shape, that big triangle there. Angles. Use the head as a unit and see how that head kind of like fits. You can see the whole torso here is bigger than that head. It should be 2 torsos. Yeah, these are really tough to draw up. I'm going to sketch them out really quick. And then we'll stop. It's probably going to see. Here we go. Yeah, I usually draw the head. Here's my head. Torso, only part of the torso. Perspective. Angle of the arm. And there's a twist in that body. Jumping through the air. Leg. I got the first one down. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to focus on the form, the box shape on this one. Really get a box shape as it's moving forward. Oh yeah, there you go. You can see the perspective on this one right here. Right, let me point that one out here. Because if you go from here to here, that you see those two lines line up, and then here the rib cage lines up right in there, and it would be way out there, the vanishing point. Those points right there. Because the rib cage or the torso is solid. That would go down there, but that's really insignificant. So those are kind of parallel. Those points would be parallel. Let's see, this would be parallel as well. That, and then in here, parallel. Pretty much straight. All right, let me draw that second one. Try to capture the proportions. When I took life drawing classes, most of my teachers just said, okay, just draw. I think it was only the first class where you kind of had, you know, but most of the life drawing classes were just, okay, just draw. Even my first one, I think we copied the skeletons a little too much for my liking. I mean, it's great as a drawing, but if you're just doing figure drawing, it's probably the wrong focus. Should focus on the shapes, the big shapes, not worrying about the detail. And then detail would go last. I wouldn't worry about the detail. I would worry about the big shapes, trying to get these shapes, like this whole shape of this bottom leg. All right, I'll share my drawings real quick, and then we'll move on to the next one. Let me see. They're showing up. All right, so finish it up. I'm going to share my quick scribbles, and then we'll do the next one the same way. All right, so stop sharing. There it is. There's mine. And just see the way I did those three really quick. I'm just trying to get the shapes and angles. All right, share again. Let's go to the next one. Here we go. Let's see. I don't know. We might skip some. Oh, that's really nice. That's a classic. I don't know. That's from the, I don't know what year. Definitely not this millennium. Or maybe, I don't know. That one's a tough one. That was it's not really clear. That's really cool. Almost like a robot, but I don't know if it's hockey or what it is. That's a computer generated one. Another computer generated one. That's really neat. That's really neat. That's nice. She's on her toes. Another one, toe. Different shapes. This is a nice clear picture. This would be fun to do. You can really see the muscles on this one. It'd be good for next week. 6:30. All right, so we're gonna wrap this one up. We're just gonna go through all the pictures and see which one we're gonna do. The proportions on kids, yeah, the heads are definitely a lot bigger. So on a kid for proportion wise. And then we got a cartoon. What's really neat about the cartoon here, though, is the way the body tilts, and this is really important to see. And the artist here really exaggerates it. You can see the way the body is tilted and the weight is shifted. The weight is on this back foot here, and the pelvis is blue on blue. Great. Shifted this way, and then the torso shifted kind of like this way. Right, so you can see the different tilts on that. That's really actually pretty cool. Is that the last one? No, we got one more here. Oh yeah. Oh, another cartoon. All right, great. All right, so where are we taking it from here? Ready? I think this is actually pretty good as far as shapes. Shapes. Yeah, I think we'll just do that one. All right, I'm gonna leave this one up. Actually, why don't I grab the actual picture? I'm gonna copy the image and put that in the chat. Alrighty, if you want to download it, let me see, where's my chat at? There we go. Try to draw from life. That's a good one. Yeah, drawing from life and drawing people from life. That's good. Let's see. Here we go. Alrighty, I'm gonna go up here, copy image address, paste. All right, here we go. We'll spend about 10 minutes on this one and we'll call it a night. Ooh, that's smaller. Zoom in. There we go. There we go. I'll spend about 10 minutes and then we'll call it a night. I'll really spend some time on this drawing. There we go. We'll call it a night. Thank you for joining us. As we just practice, it's mostly practice. I need to, as I get resources together for everybody and just keep practicing. It's not about perfection. It's about practice. It's about progress. Everybody's at a different level. I might be going too fast. I might be going too slow. But you should decide what you see, what you're looking at, what your focus is. Is it a focus? Is it a phase? If you're going through that phase, you can go through a stick phase, just doing, that's what you're doing. You're doing stick figures and you know what you're focusing on. You can go through a proportion phase where you're just focusing on proportions, not worrying about details, worrying about big shapes. All right, let's see what we're going to use. We're going to use a drawing pencil here. It's HB. All right, I've got the shape of my head right in there. It's my shape of my head. I can see the torso, the way it's attached to that, and it's bigger. And there's another shape, that arm straight across. I'm just going down. Pelvis underneath. The legs. Actually, ooh. 6:37. What time is it? 6:37. Oh, actually. Huh. I think I've been, I don't know. That's my time off. We've been at it an hour and a half. I feel like we've been going longer.
At least these models don't move.
Yeah.
Because when you draw from life, some of the models move a lot, and then some of them actually have the nerve to breathe.
I don't. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
That's a terrible model.
Oh, but seriously, some of the models would, little by little, they would get out of the pose.
Yeah, they do that.
You're trying to get the shadows and then everything changes.
Yeah, things change. That's why it's really important to kind of like capture the gist of it, capture the at first, yeah, try to capture the feel, because that's the pose, and then everything else you're just gonna have to lay it on top of it. And as well is if you understand the structure, understand, you can. There's some artists, there's a lot of figure drawing artists that capture the gesture, the feel, the movement, and then they use that as a guide. They're not copying what they see. They're copying, they're actually using that and creating their structure on top of that. There's a really good one. I'll share it next. Really good. So actually, I'll share my resources. There's a really good video I kind of shared last time. A really good video on that from a person who does just figure drawing. It's one of the videos on that webpage that I have.
Well, my favorite was a quick pose session where the models posed for 21-minute poses, 10 2-minute poses, 4 5-minute poses, and 2 10-minute poses. So, it was much easier to capture the gesture.
Yeah, that's great practice.
Yeah.
Those quick poses. And then you're doing it live too, so
But then I switched to this was before COVID. We had the portrait workshop, which the poses, it's one pose for the whole 3.5 hours.
Wow.
With well, it's a 20-minute, 20 minutes and then a 5-minute break. And then the model would take the same pose, so that we could get really good detailed drawing. And then COVID came and that was the end of that.
Yeah, isn't it just the whole world changed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was BC,
Yep.
before COVID. Yeah. Life BC. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that all that new stuff coming out now that it was actually not what they say it was, which is, yeah, sad.
I'm actually planning to go back to the studio on Thursday, where they're gonna have quick poses again Thursday morning.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, and I haven't been there in I mean, I was there on the 4th of July. We have a special session where the models dress up in colonial costumes.
Oh, fun.
Well, I did that, but then I haven't been there since pretty much since COVID.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, my hand's not gonna fit. It's all right. It's best just to let it go off the page. $6:40. Oh, I don't know. Did my clock change? Yeah, actually 6:42. We'll go 3 more minutes. No. Oh. Huh. My son forgot his phone. Let me tell him to give me 15 minutes. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll wrap this whole class up by 7 o'clock Pacific time. Or the whole class, yeah. Give it another. Yeah, so hopefully you're learning about focus. What are you focusing on? What are you looking at? You know, that's that, you know, where your focus goes, the energy flows, and what you're looking at, you're like, okay, I'm observing just you know, the pelvis, the proportions, or because even when you do stick figures, you should kind of like get an idea, okay, how big is that torso? How big is the pelvis? Where is it located? And relationship to each other too. What's the relationship of those shapes, forms, even as stick figures? Because then that's the structure. That's the, if you get your structure, you're building your house. You know, that structure is strong. Your house is going to be strong. If the structure is weak, you can paint it. You can put it all nice. You can color it, and it's going to be off. So I mean, you know, the structure is really important. Getting that structure right. No matter how much you color it, how much you do stuff to it, if your structure's not right, your house is going to fall apart. So yeah, I got to focus and make that a phase. Go through that phase where that's all you're looking at. Just focus on that. It's the matrix. You're learning to just see the matrix, all the structure, the shapes, the form, the placement, the ratios. Each one of those could be a phase you go through. Oh, I'm just looking at ratios. And you're just doing the same stuff that we did with the drawing class, but now you're focusing on figure. You're just focusing maybe on shapes. Then you go up to form. Just with my once my lessons come in for drawing, and then I'll work on the lessons for figure drawing. And my feet are not going to fit as well. That's all right. I didn't block this in as good as I would have liked. I just start off with the head and then just went off on it. So my feet are not fitting. Oh, what a night. All right. Thank you for joining us. Stay focused even through my talking. Hate to interrupt. Maybe I shouldn't. But we're wrapping it up. Give you another minute or so. That's it. And if you want to share, feel free to share. I think I'll pause the video here. And yeah, I should actually stop the video. Keep sketching, people. Keep sketching. Keep practicing on your own. We just practice here. The more you practice, the more you'll progress. The more you practice, the more you'll progress. So let's stop recording. Thank you very much.